Alright everybody, welcome back. I'm Magicide. We're going to continue on our little Geek Fest tour of the Summer Isles and the Pirate Isles. I guess that technically is the Basilisk Isles. Let's actually take a look at that. Yes, so this is actually part of the Basilisk Isles. I should probably stop saying Pirate Isles. Let's unpause here. And then of course the Supra region beyond that is the Summer Sea. So we're really pumping out these children. We want you to be proud. So we need my nephew. Says you're captive. Wait, do I actually have prisoners still? Oh boy. So apparently we had prisoners at some point, but we don't anymore. That's unfortunate. I think I just forgot about them because nobody was ransomable. So let's see here. My nephew needs a guardian. Yes, actually, let's take a look here. Do we have anybody that's content? Content. Yes. Okay. So my spy master here is content. What I try to do, I know it's completely micromanaging this, but if you take your nieces and your nephews, especially your nephews, depending of course on your inheritance laws, I try to always have them assigned to somebody that's content. So that way, if you want to have your own family tree to have all the titles instead of just random courtiers and whatnot, having the content trait is a really big plus, because in that way when they become landed, when they become a landed individual, you know, that actually has land and titles and whatnot, they like you a little bit more, or they like you a hell of a lot more. Okay, so we can have another bodyguard here. Priest nearby wants me to make a donation. We will make that donation. So bodyguard, which is our siege guy. Very well. Let's go ahead and probably improve one of our holdings here. My one daughter. Which daughter are you? You are my third daughter. Let's just have her be educated at court. You know what? 10 gold's fine. Wow. So there's the second stillborn child that I have. Okay, so we're not depressed. That's good. So let's actually go carousing, and I'm assuming I can do that. Recent carousing. Okay, so that'll come soon. But anyways, let's take a look at our holdings here. We can improve something. So we've got basic defenses, some more troops. Let's go for the basic defenses, I think. That would be much better. Oh, there were more options down here. That's okay. We'll have to explore these other ones. I didn't realize that there were more. Probably should have done the castle shipyard so we can get a couple more galleys. Because what you don't want is to have more troops than you have transports. I think every transport can hold up to 100 troops. And right now, if we get our full levy here, it looks like we could only carry about 2,900 troops. And unfortunately, well, as of right now, we could if we raised all of our troops. But once this number goes up, fills up, and we got our maximum number of 3,018 troops here, we're no longer going to have the extra boat to transport them all. Which means I'll probably end up having to only do my own levy and not my vassal levy, because they're contributing that extra 130 troops. Alright, my son is going to gain the gregarious trait, which is excellent. So our heir here is turning out to be somebody that's great despite having ugly. So we're patient, we're proud, and we're gregarious. Okay, so basic defensives has finished. We could do another holding here, or another improvement here. Let's pause the game real quick. But that's 73 gold, and once this claim finishes being fabricated, we're going to want the money for that. So let's hear. My middle daughter here needs a guardian. So let's get an opinion boost to, how about my Berger here. He'll like me a little bit more because I assigned him my daughter as a ward. And we look at my vassals here. See, now he's providing me, I think, with a little bit more gold than he was before because I've got that plus 10 opinion boost. Oh boy, come on, let's fabricate some claims. Okay, let's take a look-see around here. Looks like Highgarden's doing really well. Wow. Keep getting those children. Keep getting preggers. So the wildlings up here are doing very well. Interesting. My Lord Treasurer, my sister, has died. Let us do a small funeral. And we need a new treasurer. Okay, so here, the highest one. Okay. Well, let's do that. And we want you to get me some gold. Collect some taxes. Put you there. And we need a new designated regent here. So let's take a look. We want... This guy would be great, but he's ambitious. So that way, if I become incapable of ruling my kingdom and he becomes the regent, the ambitious person is always going to cause the most problems. And then the other trait that you want to watch out for is envious. And sometimes greedy, too, because then they can end up stealing all your money out of your treasury. So we're going to take this random courtier because the other ones are kind of unsuitable. They're all ambitious. Let's spend enough just to satisfy everybody's hunger. Seems very interested in the garments the courtiers are wearing. It's harmless. So she has a chance to gain 1 diplomacy and become fashionable. Let's do that. So did she actually get that is the good question. She did. Look at that. Excellent. Okay, guests have arrived to my little funeral feast. Petition for justice before the court. He claims that Eskender sullied his honor. Let's see here. We want Iluhuru, since he's my spy master, we want him to like us. But unfortunately here... Yes. Okay, so he's locked away in our dungeon. We are... So we became... we became great friends. We became close friends with my daughter here. Alright, so we're going to release him from prison. There's no reason to keep you in prison, man. You didn't do anything wrong. And since we sent him to prison, unfortunately that took away his commanding abilities. Right. Say 1 child Lex. Sign a guardian. Let's do... Sure. Okay, there's our eulogy. Oh, that's right. We were supposed to be getting some claims fabricated against us, so we want to go carousing again. There we go. Okay. Reward him with a little bit of gold. He's my seneschal, so we'll give him a little bit of gold, and we're going to send out some carousing invites again. to everybody. Since we're such a small kingdom, we're going to keep it at doing it or sending the invites to everybody. But once we start increasing in size, I think we're going to either focus directly on my vassals or maybe on my family members. Most likely my vassals. That's usually the ones that you want. Unless, of course, your family members are your vassals. In which case, you're just kind of doubling up there. So we are fabricating a claim here, yes. Because we're taking a long time here. Council. We are indeed fabricating a claim. We're just not getting it yet. Do we have anybody else that has a higher... Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. So we have somebody here with a higher diplomacy score that will hopefully increase my chances of actually fabricating the claim. So we got a new son here. Orengo. Let's name you Marengo. Let's see here. So you're my chief general. I don't want to lose prestige. So let's quickly go through my children here. I want to make sure that they all actually have somebody to be married to. And you're the recent one. Let's actually take a little look-see here. Anybody else? We got weak. Nobody here that is worth my time. Let us... So you're 0 years old. And we've got a 2-year-old here. So let's do the 2-year-old. That's the other part about marrying your children off to somebody. You don't want the female to be much older than your son or the male that you're trying to marry them to, because they eventually experience menopause and they stop having children. And you definitely don't want that when the son or the male to be, say, 16 years old and the woman to be like 39. Okay, looks like we're going to get into a drunken fight here, but we are going to attempt to gain a little bit more diplomacy here. We did not get it, but since we have a high diplomacy, we got that option. Masodor is acting very selfish. Yes, we want him to be selfish because we love that stewardship score. Come on, baby. Let's not be stressed anymore. We are no longer stressed. Excelente. Let's go ahead and do a hard save here just for that. We got a huge storm system that's blowing in. And hopefully that doesn't affect my ability to play and record here. Especially after a really good event like that where we lose that awful stress trait. Or if we were depressed and we lost the stress trait. We absolutely want to remove those from our modifiers and our traits here. The other bad part about being the Naathi down here is that we don't have the ability to raid. Otherwise, we could just sit there and constantly keep our levies up and running and then coming around here and raiding these guys and taking all their money and have a chance of getting prisoners. And getting prisoners is great because then you can ransom them off and whatever else. And if you end up, like, you know, raiding somebody of a different religion, you can actually marry them, the female prisoners, and have a chance of getting their religion or converting to their religion. All right, so Iskender is going to be our new commander here to replace the other guy. Still have our siege commander. Holy Christ. She's a baby-making machine. I almost want to give her a gift. Just for providing me with so many children. All right, I think that once we get up to maybe, say, 150 gold or so, I think maybe we'll upgrade our holding again. According to our chief general, the peasants of Naath are having frequent troubles with highwaymen. Oh man, we're going to lose some more gold, gain some prestige, and prosperity increases. Let's go ahead and do that. Our money situation isn't too bad. We're making a decent amount of coin every month. I would like to improve that a little bit here if we get some more land, of course, because then we can get some more vassals. And unfortunately, between these two isles within this duchy here, they only have that one sub-holding, which is a city. It's too bad that there isn't more holding slots here, so that way I can get a couple more vassals. Or any of you other ones, or any of you other guys. You guys are all two holding provinces. So I'm going to stick with this, let's see here, what is the actual duchy title called? It was called the High Lordship of the Western Isles. So we're going to continue on with that. We're going to try to conquer all of this. Actually, we will conquer all of this because these guys have shit for troops. They barely have any troops compared to, especially compared to ours. So we get some improved relations. Once I have that duchy, I think I might end up scrapping the idea of taking out these guys. Man, another Steelborn. Terrible. Please don't be depressed. Alright, we're not depressed. Great. So anyways, as I was saying, once we get this duchy over here, I think I'm going to turn my attention to the actual Summer Isles because they have more holdings. And it's just going to be a more worthwhile conquest over here. Okay, so my son can become honest, and a 20% chance that it'll become rude. We are actually going to want to make you honest. So if I start conquering over here, like for instance, if I take, say, what is this? Tamarino. If I take this province, I can start fabricating on these adjacent contiguous provinces. And I believe the way it works, if you have an adjacent province that you are fabricating on, you get an increased chance of actually fabricating that claim versus it not being connected or it being counting as being overseas. So I think that if I come over here after getting that duchy title, I think I'll have a better chance of actually acquiring all this land. So we get some better reinforcement rates. This is one of the benefits of having a much better counselor in that position, because I think the last guy had a martial score of like 10 or 11, and he kept giving me the chance, or that low chance was at 1.07% chance every year of getting that huge negative 200% to my levy. Can we go carousing again? Actually, so July 9th of next year we can change. So let's actually go carousing again one last time before... Oh, no way. I can do a foreign tour now. Let's see here. Let's actually take a look at that. I've never done that before. Where is the option? There was an option before to actually do it myself, but it looks like I no longer have it for some reason. Unless this is it. What is this? Is this to form my own? I don't think those things do anything. So, propose a foreign tour. Offer to fund a tour of foreign lands so that he may learn and become a better man. I think that's something I would rather do with my son and not with that guy. I'm just wondering, where is my option? There we go, to go carousing. So we're going to send all the invites once again. So we can gain a little bit of martial, lose purity. Let's gain the purity instead. Let's do all of my subjects to party with. Okay. So I apologize, everybody. I know this is going really slow here. Alright, let's make her... Actually, yes, let's have her be kind. So this is going incredibly slow here because we're at the mercy of my justiciar to fabricate the claims. and he is going slow. And this is just kind of the nature of the game here. Once we get the claims, we can actually do something here. Otherwise, it's just me bumbling around through the menus and micromanaging some of my awesome peeps. This isn't really becoming as interesting as I thought it was going to be. I mean, we get to watch as a spectator and seeing what the Westerosi actually do. But unfortunately here, we're not in Westeros, so we can't really jump in with those festivities right now. So he's my commander here. I think you need to sit your drunk ass down. Let's see if I gain the diplomacy for doing this. I did not. That's fine. Alright, I can change my focus. When was it? In July. Alright, I think we will maybe go back. I think we might end up going back to either stewardship. I might actually end up doing war. Okay, so he sabotaged the Death Isle. Great. Okay, we're going to gain some purity. Yeah, I think I might actually change it to war and hope that my martial score gets increased a little bit. Alright, so we got a new son. And he didn't die. He was not a stillbirth. And he's attractive. Alright. So let's take a little peek at what we got here. Nobody of interest. 7... You're 5. You're 2, but you've got a lisp, and you are retarded. You're an imbecile. So we'll go with this, I think it was, what, 4-year-old? Yeah, let's go with the 4-year-old here. So is my wife attractive? How do I keep getting this trait? Because I'm not attractive. She's not attractive. It's just randomly appearing. Well, I must be blessed to be married to this woman here because she's making attractive babies. Okay, what do we got the option to do here? Somebody needs a guardian. She's my niece. Somebody here that's not ambitious, please. Thank you. So she is my what? My witch daughter. Okay, so you can be just educated at court, and you can have a crappy education because I like my money. Oh, let's change ambition. Let's go. Let's switch it to war for the moment. And then maybe we'll switch it over to hunting. Just for the health boost. Or I can do family if I really want more children and everything, which I don't at the moment. So we're going to go with that. Let's actually take a look at the societies. Is there any possibility? The Cult of Starry Wisdom. Is that supposed to be like the devil worshippers in this game? They are a secret society devoted to the study of dark sorcery. They are indeed. And the veneration of the Black Stone. So a comet. Can I join this group here? So I must be something bad, which I'm none of those things. And I'm honorable and just. So I have to be a mystic, scholar, fire obsessed, or a lunatic to join the Alchemist Guild. Alrighty. Roger that, game. I need to be a terrible individual to join either. So yes, we want her to be brave. Absolute. Host a wedding. Alright. Ooh, we're gonna lose some gold here if we do that. We really don't need a vassal. No, let's not do that. I don't want to do that. I want my money. We need to be greedy because we want to improve some stuff here. Let's see here. We can do stables, militia training ground. I actually think that we should probably save our money up and get this castle shipyard so I can get some more transport ships. Or Castletown, because that gives us more money. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do here is I know that this is kind of a little dicey, because if I know this is the way the game works, is that I'm going to spend almost all of my money improving one of my holdings, and then I'm going to get the eventifier for the claim. Then I'm going to go into negative. I'm going to go into the red. So we're going to do this so we can get more money. It'll be easier for us to recoup all that, and hopefully put in the castle shipyards once and for all. So anyways, I've been thinking about some of the other games that I'm going to be covering soon. I have not yet played another game outside of this and started recording footage for it. But what I think I'm going to do... I want to be reimbursed. So what I think I'm going to do... no money, no help. Sorry. So what I think I'm going to do... I know I said that I was kind of burnt out on 4X games. Oh, we got some event from the Dothraki here. Same banner. The leader has managed to unite all of them. Oh boy. Alright, so let's take a look at the Dothraki Sea. Wow. So they are the first to actually consolidate their lands. And whoever the hell the Phono are, I think you guys are just another... Yeah, you guys are just another Dothraki horde. So that'll be interesting to see once these guys actually come together and start clashing. So once again... 4X games, I was burnt out on them. I mean, I played almost 1,000 hours into Civ 5, and I started playing a few other 4X games around kind of the tail end of that, and I was just completely jaded. I just didn't have any gas left in the tank to play those games. But I do find myself kind of yearning to play every once in a while, and I'm thinking son-in-law has a chance to become lustful. So who cares? My daughter here needs a guardian. We are going to have... Let's go to rank. Let's actually have my ambitious merchant here guy. Merchant guy, dude, person. Here, do it. So I've been kind of in the mood to play a little Survive. A little bit. And I... need to start recording another game. So I think I'm going to actually do that. I'm actually a little bit more morale of armies. Excellent. I think I'm going to stick with Civ 5 for at least a game or two. I haven't installed Civ 6 yet. I'm going to need to do that and actually play a test game or two, just kind of get familiarized with the ropes, because I know that they changed a bunch of stuff as far as like districts and whatnot. You know, I've seen some of the YouTube channels of some fellow Let's Players that I follow, you know, and some of them have provided some really excellent Civ 6 footage in their Let's Play series. And so I got pretty much the gist of how to do it, of how to play, how to manage like the districts and whatnot, but I actually need to start getting into the nitty-gritty myself and start learning actually how to play that game. So I can start dueling people. I know that's one of the benefits of having the war focus. I don't think I can do a duel with a random person here. Can I? You won't take vassalization. That's unfortunate. Let's send him an insult. In short, I despise you. You are a lecherous knave, and your scheming debaucher ways repulse me. You are disgusting. Get out of my lands. I'm coming for you. Yeah, I'm going to be coming over there in a second, buddy boy. As soon as we get that claim, baby. So we're going to let this game proceed probably for another few minutes or so. And if we don't get the claim, I think I'm going to save... Yes, absolutely. Let's see if she will become lustful. She does not, but she gets an additional fertility. So we're going to proceed with our game for a little bit longer. And if I don't get the claim, I think we'll save, we'll quit, and then I'll start up with a wonderful game of Civ 5.